Welcome. Today we're creating a mixed bed. The inspiration for this bed came from a Swedish website from the Swedish Gardeners Society. They called it an English island. I call it the peanut bed due to its shape. It's a no-dig bed. I followed the advice from the YouTube channel Gardening TLC with Michelle from Northern Illinois. She taught me how to mow the lawn really short, lay out cardboard on top, wet down the cardboard, then on top of that put a lot of compost. I'll also put some manure and other goodies, and then bark chippings on top. And I did that in September. And now today, when I started to dig into this, I could see a lot of worms. So I think it's worked really well. The shape came to me when I looked at the tracks left by my lawnmower one evening, and the shape just appeared. And as I said, the plant material, the original design was called an English island. I started with that, but I started to change quite a lot of stuff. And then I went to my local garden center, nursery, and talked to my wonderful lady there called Anneli. She has helped me with all of my beds. And she went through my design and she made a lot of suggestions and she changed something, added some things, and so forth. And then I took a look at her suggestion, I changed some things again, and then we decided on a plan. And after that, she has made a drawing, a design, which I will show you shortly. And also she has ordered all the plant material. And today everything had arrived. So she stores it for me as well. It's really nice of her. So today everything had arrived. So I went down to the garden center and picked everything up. And here I am, happy as can be, just carrying everything out. And as I will show you shortly, I will show you the design and how I try to follow it. Here's the plan. List of plants. And the design. This shape isn't exactly how I've dug out the bed, and also it's mirrored, so I will have to turn it upside down to get the thick end to the right, the smaller end to the left, which is actually east versus west. That's north, that's south. So, time to start putting stuff in the ground, starting with number 1, the big tree, the Prunus ceracitera nigra, a kind of plum. It's about 1.5 meters or 5 feet. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so now I've got everything placed, I think. 100% sure about the spacing, but I hope this will be okay. I have one big circle with a plum tree in the middle, surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shrubs, and then outside of those 3 geraniums, 3 grasses, and another 3 geranium. Then in the middle part here we have 3 roses, ground covering roses. We have a big grass of a lily there. We have a mini lilac shrub there. There's another pieris, and here are 3 geraniums, a mugo pine, another grass, another pieris, another berberis, thuja, aegeum. This is the cutest thing. Abies Lasiocarpa variation Arizonica compacta. What a beauty. And then an Astrantia, which I've been told likes sunny spots. Not all Astrantias do, I think. So what about the shrubs here and the conifers? This is a juniper, blue star. This is something I haven't seen before. Exocorda, the bride, pearl shrub. This is another nice little Abies, nidiformis, Picea Abies nidiformis. This grass is a Cislaria Hefloriana or something. This was this is the hydrangea, Wim's red. Oh, I love that color. It's just wonderful. Deep red. And that was the lilac. What was this? This is Caryopteris Clandon, heavenly blue, skäggig buske, beard shrub in Swedish, a little Nana gracilis, Cambiosiprus obtusa. This is a Deutzia Yuki cherry blossom. There are 2 of those. There's the other one. There's another berberis, Thunbergii. What about the roses? They're the same kind. The fairy. Pieris. This was the mugo pine, the thuja, and this was the grass, Casmanthium latifolium. I think that was about it. So now I just have to dig some holes. Maybe I'll wait till tomorrow. I'm starting to get tired. I've picked up a whole lot of lumber, and I've received a greenhouse in pieces. So I have my work cut out for me. I also picked up what's it called? A sander. I have to get started on this bench here. This lumber I will use to build garden furniture for the patio. This old bench I will sand up and paint dark pink, and I will put it back where it stood in the gravel garden. All the plants for the gravel garden will be delivered in a week or so, and Then there is the semi-shade bed over here. This is also coming in a week or two, all the stuff that goes in here. And hopefully I put some things at the back here. I hope they will live. They didn't look too well when I got them in the mail, but we'll see. I put a lot of geraniums under the lilacs here too, to keep the weeds away. Yeah, and remove the root clump, dig out this area, fill it with gravel, build a wooden deck, then assemble the greenhouse on top of that. Transport all this earth away. I will call a guy with a machine. I will probably, me and the guys will probably move this manually from here out there to the streets. Then we will have some pick it up there. Yeah, so then up there in the veranda I have, I don't know how many plants that I've driven up from seed during the winter and spring, which will come out during the next couple of days when it warms up, as well as the winter sowing over there in the crates. And then also down in the basement I have another giant batch of stuff that needs to go up and harden off in the on the porch. So lots to do, and in a month's time, maybe 5 weeks actually, everything has to be ready. Well, it doesn't have to be, but that's when my colleagues come on my little garden party, and I really want everything to look tip-top. Okay, that's it for today. Signing off.